All right, what's up, kids, amigas, amigos? Today we got the book haul. It's May now, so we got the April book haul. And I'm gonna do it flip this way. I don't know. I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna try this out. I seem to talk better when I'm looking at the camera than when I'm not. But I am gonna take it down a notch, turn the nick down a little bit, so it's still chill, because I know I like. What am I doing here? This is a train conductor. Because I know that my book hauls are usually pretty mellow, and I like that. I want to keep that aesthetic for the book hauls. Before we get started, I got something serious I want to talk about. I'm not big on calling people out. I don't, I try not to get into the mix of it. I like to stay off to the side. It's better over there, off to the side, not getting involved. Call me Uncle Owen. I'm an Uncle Owen fan. It's my favorite character in Star Wars. But this is something that needs to be addressed. Justin from Fathom Press gave me crabs. Meow, meow, meow. Look at that. Look at that. Justin from Fathom Press sent me the much coveted Guy and Smith crab books. He was like, hey, dude, I don't like these. You want these? And I was like, are you serious? Of course I want them. They're crabs. Who doesn't want crabs? So let's start off with this package from Fathom Press. We got the Crabs Moon. Any Crabs fans out there? Crabs on the rampage. Dude, that's the last thing you want is crabs rampaging all over you. And then you got the Night of the Crabs. This one's cool. It's a New English library. Man, I love those. I wish I could find New English libraries all the time. But it's a UK. It's a UK publisher, so I don't find them very often. And then we also got Killer Crabs, which I guess they stepped up their game. Were they not killing in the last one, but in the previous episodes? Why do I always say episode? Killer Crabs. So there we go. Thank you, Justin. That was amazing. But he not only sent me the Crabs books, he sent me other books, other Fathom Press reissues. He got the Cold Front here is finished. I had the review copy previously. We did a review of this, and it's great. It's a great Canadian. It's a Canadian horror, eh? Sorry. Oh God, I have so many Canadian people here. My apologies. Should we edit that out? We'll probably leave it. There we go. Barry Hammond. Who did the cover art? Stephen Andrade did the cover art. He does the cover art for all the Fathom Press reissues, I believe. And then he also sent me the reissue of The Light at the End by John Skip and Craig Spector. Look at that. It's beautiful. That's a honker. That is a honker. I'll tell you what, Justin has great taste, though. So I usually wouldn't read such a fat book, but we may just step to that. Or we'll wait for retirement when we got the time. All right, then we got two brand new, soon-to-be reissued books. These are review copies. So these are up for pre-order now. I mentioned Bad Ronald in the word salad, and I didn't mention that it's a pre-order. So this is Bad Ronald, Jack Vance. I've already read it. It's going to be a great review. It's so much fun. It's about a serial killer living in the walls of your house. Good stuff. And then he's reissuing Snowman. Norman Bogner. I've mentioned this book many times. This was the very first book that started this whole damn thing. I love B movies. I went to the bookstore. I said, is there B books? And I found Snowman, and it was everything that we love now. It's men's adventure, it's horror, it's gory, it's stupid, it's exploitive, and it's awesome. And I can't wait to reread it. I haven't read it in however many years ago that was, 7 years, whenever I started doing this whole thing. He also does these little, I guess they're chapbooks. I don't know what you would call them. So we got The Voice in the Night, and that is a William Hope Hodgson, and it got the wraparound. I don't know who did the cover art there. Does it say on the outside? Nope. Ooh, we're a little shaky. I had a lot of coffee this morning. The Sea Raiders, H.G. Wells. I like it. I like octopuses. You guys like octopi? It's plural. That's how you say that. See, you learn a couple things here over at the Book Graveyard. Dangerous Game. Richard Connell. This is the People Hunting People, right? I believe so. The Most Dangerous Game. And then we got the Harbor Master, Robert W. Chambers. So those are these are cool, man. Look at that. That's different. So yeah, thank you to Justin at Fathom Press. All right, up next we got a grip of Max Allan Collins. Look at that. So we got these in a group, so we got some doubles. So some of these are going to go to the trade box. So if you're interested in the trade, hit me up. I still got that trade coming. With Geeks Love Dogs, I need to email you. I know it takes me forever to do anything. So here we go. The Broker's Wife, Max Allan Collins. Mac Train, the Mac Train, that's what I call him. I read this. I reviewed it a long time ago. I believe it's one of the ones on Instagram, so maybe we'll do that for the quickies. This is the Quarry series. Let's make some room over here. Quarry is in Assassin. There's the Broker. I believe this is the first one in the series, right? I'm not 100% sure. I have not read that one yet. So very excited to add that one. I love these, what is this, Berkeley? Yeah, I love these Berkeley medallion photo covers. Normally, you know, people aren't into the photo covers, but I love this era. It's so raunchy. It looks like a photo that would be on a dirty deck of playing cards, 1988. And then we got let's start off. You know what? We're not even going to do them in order. I'm just going to show them. So then we got his Nolan series here. Scratch Fever, minus the cat. And Nolan is his Professional Thief series. Looking a little older, a little worse for the wear on that one. Kind of look like a old truck driver. Looks like he smells like bean farts. Hush Money, number 4. And these are really cool. I reviewed the first one. I think it was last year. It wasn't that long ago. There's a video for it. Flypaper. We got Blood Money, number 2. Love that blue. I like his sidekick there. The guy with the curly white guy afro. And there's the one. Bait Money. That's the first one. That's the one we reviewed already. So go check that out. And then I got this Curtis Books edition too. Blood Money with the photo cover. This is a photo cover that I'm not too into. They can put a little more effort into it. So yeah, but it's cool. We got the Curtis version. All right, next up we got a twofer here. Our good buddy Brian from Bad Taste Books sent us some books. He sent me a text with this in it, and he said, "Hey, do you want this?" And I was like, "Oh, you know it." Eye in the Ring by Robert J. Randisi. This is a boxing crime book. Murder wins round 1. Fighting kid Jacoby gets hit hard with a 1-2 punch when his best friend turns up beaten to death and his own brother takes the rap for homicide. He's a contender to be middleweight champion. And he's also a licensed private eye. This is what I'm talking about. This is gold right here. Looking forward to that. Where are we setting these things? And then I have stated that I have never read an Edge. I've never read part of the Edge series. I never ever see them out. So he had 2 of them. And he sent one to me and he sent one to Hyde and Reed. And when Hyde and Reed posted his, I said, "Hey, we're Edge brothers." And he said, "Living on the edge." Which made me chuckle. Thank you. His name's Nick also, by the way. He doesn't tell anybody. There we go, Edge. I'm excited. I hope it's violent. Supposedly it is. I have read 2 other books by Terry Harknett, and The Crown and The Undertaker, and I was underwhelmed with The Undertaker, but The Crown, thumbs up. Thumbs up on The Crown. Up next, we ordered more of the Holloway House books. If you watched my previous book haul, I found someone on eBay that was selling brand new, original pressing Holloway House books that they had saved from the warehouse. They were going to throw them away. They were cleaning out the Holloway House warehouse, and they were going to throw these books away. And they saved them, and they put them up on eBay for very modest prices, especially considering that these are unread. These are brand new books from like 1980, you know? Just, you don't see it very often. So I went back and got some more before they were all gone. We got Hell Has No Exit here. J. Lance Gilmer. This is the vicious story of a San Francisco's festering underbelly. The city that is known around the world for its beauty is also home to one of the worst black ghettos. It's a teeming hell of shacks, tenements, bars, and pool halls where crack is a way of life. Young Lenny Thomas walked into a vicious trap. He fell in love with a hooker and a habit. A hooker with a habit, and ripped off Ben Jesse to feed it. Yeah, man, so this is like, oh shit. The crusading reporter Harlan and his baseball star, Mr. T, teamed up and went hunting and found that hell has no exit. So look at all that, man. Ooh, we got baseball, we got crack, pool halls, tenements. Just looks like, kind of like I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. That's what it sounds like to me, which I know is like a parody of Blaxploitation, but that's the first thing that popped into my head. It's such a good movie. Right, then we got another Joseph Nasal here. Black Fury. It's like a Vietnam vet returned. Let's see. It doesn't say that he's a vet, but I'm assuming it's some kind of men's adventure. Men's adventure retribution. He was a black cog in Whitey's grinding, dehumanizing machine until he exploded like a tortured animal. Okay, that's awesome. Fucking Whitey, dude. Whitey sucks. Dueling Pistols. Omar Fletcher. I like this one. It's got the white guy on the back. This is a later edition of Black Cop. So we accidentally bought it twice. But it's got a different cover, so that's cool. We'll keep it, you know. We'll keep it for our Holloway House collection. Fronteras by, let's see, Maximo Espinoza. I'm not going to read the back of that because it has some language that is inappropriate. So this is about, people that come over the border and try to create their lives here, and everyone treating them terribly, which is heartbreaking, you know? You know, back in the day, they were just like, welcome to Ellis Island. Welcome to America. Everyone come on in. Yeah, it's cool. Nah, don't worry about it. But nowadays, they're like, put up the fence. Anyway. Linda Dumas, The Root Worker. This is one of the books I mentioned in my Black Authors of Pulp Fiction video. When I first was ordering these, I seen that they had this copy, but I really wanted the first edition, so I didn't buy it the first go around. And then I was thinking, as soon as I ordered, I was like, you idiot, just order the second edition. It's still from, I don't know, what, 1980? 1983? Yeah. So, it's awesome. Yeah. We gotta read it. We're gonna review it. There's no review of this online anywhere. The Root Worker. Glinda Dumas. Then we got two more of the Iceman series. The Joseph Nasal Iceman series. Spinning Target. Iceman number 5. This is definitely a men's adventure. He's kind of pulp heroish too. Kind of a Superman that kicks ass. I don't know if he's properly a spy or anything. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how he gets wrapped up into the adventures. Maybe he's a mercenary. I don't know. But these are awesome. Very much looking forward to that. I found some westerns, black author westerns. Deadwood Dick. The Adventure of the Old West's Most Notorious Black Gunslinger. So this is based on a real person. So they say. His name is Deadwood Dick. He got a reputation that he became the hero of dozens of dime novels. And that is the man who is the hero of Stephen C. Levi's exciting biographical novel. And then I got another one. Another Western. The black character. He's part Native American, part black. A Man Called Trouble. So this one is purely fiction. Which I'm sure the last one is mostly fiction. Yeah, gunfighters. It doesn't really say much about it. Still good stuff. And then we got the king. We got the king of the Blaxploitation paperbacks here. Donald Goines, Inner City Hoodlum. Awesome. All right, up next we got a box in from Paul Mortm, who just sent me a box of books just for the hell of it. What a guy. He found a great deal at a thrift store near him, and he picked up some books for me and old Timbo, and he just sent it to us because he's just a thoughtful person. We got number 1 here, Hammerhead, James Mayo. This is a spy series. Not the best cover-wise. They could have made it a lot bigger. Who's Charles Hood? If you're female, he's a thunderbolt of a man, the kind you want to rub your silky skin against. Attack with your full ripe lips. If you're foe, he's a ton of TNT, an explosive triggered into action by one false move, more lethal and accurate than an ICBM. If you're friend, he's a thinking man's man, playboy, gourmet sportsman, wit, man about town. If you're a fellow spy, you'll begin to believe in Superman. Selling it pretty hard there, Charles Hood. He makes James Bond look like Little Lord Fauntleroy, whatever the hell that is. I don't know who Little Lord Fauntleroy is. We got a Mike Shane here. Always happy to get more of these. Bodies are where you find them. Looks like a Robert McGinnis cover there. She had a way of bouncing like a bad check. God, don't you love hard-boiled fiction? Lines like that. That's what makes it wonderful. Got this excellent looking Star Mill Emil Pataja. I love spirals. I don't know about you guys, but you put a spiral, a circle, an artwork. I like the round edges. Why? I don't know. That's stupid. Cut that out. Don't leave that in. We got the Kuttner, the Mask of the Circle. The Mask of Circle. Henry Kuttner. I know him as C.L. Moore's husband. Apparently he's a writer too. Now, I've never read anything by him, so I'm interested to see what it's like. I do love C.L. Moore, and I heard that she helped him a lot, so should be interesting. That's my first Henry Kuttner book. We got a Keith Laumer, The Shape Changer. I don't know who did that artwork. I'm sure Jake would know. He knows lots of those sci-fi artist guys. I like it. It looks dark. It looks brooding. I think I have other Keith Laumer books, and they are also look kind of like horror books, horrific. When They Come from Space. This is Mark Clifton. Spacemen attacked with Earth's own weapons, big bombs, brass hats, and Hollywood press agents. Is it like a parody? A spoof? A comedy? Maybe? I don't know. Here's some straight up men's adventure. Got a big old flag on the cover, men's adventure. The Guardian Plague Years. It's a race against time. From the nuclear devastation of World War III rose the Guardians. guerrilla freedom fighters in the United States fallen prey to invading forces. They're the last reminder of what America stood for and the last hope of what America could be once more. Awesome. That's what we need. That's what we need. Bonds in orbit. This will be a double for me. I already did have this. It's in our plain section. We got our plain section of books, or genre books. It's a space frogman. Officially, there was no war, yet men were dying. Planes were battling, and the struggle for the conquest of space was going on day and night in a life or death basis. So it's a sci-fi, even though it looks like it might be a war book. Adam Knight, Murder from Adam. We have another Adam Knight book, but I have not read it. Looks like it has to do with some dead prostitutes, some kind of investigation. I don't know if he's a private detective or what. Maybe just a regular old cop book. Got a Donald Hamilton here, Death of a Citizen, the Matt Helm series. I might already have this one. I don't remember. Jim from Mystery and Mayhem always talks about how awesome these books are, and I have quite a few and have not read them yet. So many books. So many books, so little time. Fury on the Plains, Western, Fossil Gold Medal, Chad Merriman. He defied white man and red for a half-breed wildcat. Seems appropriate. Seems appropriate to be talking about online. Sure, why not? A Gem of a Murder. Who is this? Carlton Keith. I don't know, but I love that cover. That's great. That's that classic stuff that you look for. James Garwin removed a small silk bundle from his inside coat pocket and unrolled it to reveal a magnificent diamond necklace. Also very classic. Yeah, that looks awesome. We got a Chateau's Land, which is apparently made into a movie. Yeah, I'm not reading off any of that. I'm sure if you know what it is, you're probably like, yeah, don't read it. Don't read that out loud. And then we got me, the Angry Man, T.T. Flynn. Looks like Steve Holland there. What does the little blurb say? The story of a man who finally decided he'd been pushed too far. Is he taking his belt off? Oh, he's putting it on. I got it. It's a Western. He's putting his guns on. Leave your guns at home, son. All right. What's next? Up next is from our hangout with Grammaticus. When Ben came to town, we went to the bookery. We went to Half Price Books. Had a lovely afternoon book shopping. It was very cool to meet in person. It was a lot of fun. So I'm going to start with the Half Price Books first. And we got The Lady Killer here. And this is by Masako Tagawa. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And I thought this was really cool because nowadays you'll see Japanese authors and translations and stuff, but you don't really see it from back in the day. So it's kind of an older book to have a Japanese author, a crime author. Very, very interested in this. The nightclubs are filled with single women. Some will be seduced, some will die. The Lady Killer. Oh, so it's like a serial killer book. Oh, and it says an erotic suspense thriller, so even better. Even better. Perverts, you're just a bunch of perverts. The Eternity Stone. Wait, I didn't get from Half Price Books. Okay, here we go. Here's the other Half Price Books. Killer Bowl, Gary K. Wolfe. Deadlier than Rollerball. Saturday, the 1st, January 2011, way in the future. Super Bowl XXI is in progress. You can tell that I don't know Roman numerals because I just spelled that out. Avidly watched on nationwide TV by millions of gore-hungry viewers, it's the climax to another murder season of street football. Clubs, knives, and guns are as much a part of the game as the ball itself. Man, I would watch that. Let's make it a reality. It sounds awesome. Violence, cheap cheap violence. We got another assassin here. This might be a double. I need to check, but it was $1, so I didn't pass it up. It's hard to tell because these kind of look the same. Justin Perry, the assassin. This is about a guy who's he's an assassin. I don't know. He's a mercenary. This one's cool. This is different. The Black Glove, Jeffrey Miller. And the cover is very appealing because it looks, you're like, what is this? Like a Star Wars ripoff? Is that Han Solo? Like, what's going on there? And then I read the back, and it's about this private detective who worked in the 60s by plucking flower children out of smoke-filled pads. And now it's the 80s, and a wealthy industrialist asks him to find his missing son. The search leads Traven into the Los Angeles territory of punk rockers, hip entrepreneurs, showbiz fringe types, agents, dealers, and religious megalomaniacs. So it looks like it's got some punksploitation in there. I think that guy in the middle's got a mohawk, so bout it, as the kids say 20 years ago. And then I was very excited to find this. I almost bit Grammaticus' hand off. I said, give me that C.L. Moore, sir. C.L. Moore is one of the few names that I actually look for when I go in a bookstore. Normally I'm just like, I'm going to look at everything. I don't need to specifically look for anything. But I do always check for C.L. Moore and mainly Wade Wellman first. And finally, how does she not have, she like has no books out. Where's all of the C.L. Moore out there? So yeah, I'm hoping that there's some Northwest Smith in here, because I have yet to read any Northwest Smith, and I know, speaking of Han Solo, that people have insinuated that George Lucas stole Han Solo. The character Han Solo is really Northwest Smith, created by Weird Tales author C.L. Moore here. So this is a collection of short stories. There is some Drillajori in here too. We've already read that. So I'm excited to see what else she got. She's very talented. Speaking of Weird Tales, this is where we go to the bookery. We actually went to the bookery first, but whatever. Presentation, Nick, presentation. I've showed these quite a few times, so let's just pop it up there. The Fantastic Adventures. I don't recognize any of the names. R.M. Williams, P.W. Fairman. This is from 1951. Cover art, R.G. Jones. I just like the cover. The bookery has quite a few pulps, and they're usually like, here's a bunch of $10 ones, and then everything else is like 50, 200, thousands. So when it comes to the $10 ones, usually just go cover by what looks kind of fun. There's usually not any big names in there, or else they would be $40. And then we got this Weird Tales. You know what? There's no tape on here. We'll be very gentle and take it out. This is the Margaret Brundage cover, which I knew of her, but I didn't know much about her until Grammaticus put out that wonderful video about her. Man, that thing was so good. We should all strive to make videos that good. I learned so much. And of course, I was like, oh, duh, Nick, look, you have one. So here we got Weird Tales. Where is this from? This is 1937, September. Margaret Brundage cover. It has H.P. Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard, but they are both poems, as I stated before. But it does have a Manly Wade Wellman story in it, which is the reason I bought it. And Edmund Hamilton. And I've opened it and I read a little bit of it, and I read the Edmund Hamilton, and it is this great Indiana Jones adventure story where it starts in Africa and they're like getting chased by a French army or something like that. And then they go through this island and down this river, and there's all these natives, and they're throwing spears at the boat and just making their way down inland to find this like Fountain of Youth type place. They're hired by this rich guy to find this Fountain of Youth, and they go through these mountains, these weird mountains that if you touch, you die. But they found a loophole, and they go through, and inside is this other almost reality that's like it reminded me very much of the Amber series, the Roger Zelazny Amber series, where there's like this big red castle, kind of, you know, and there's soldiers all in red, and then they have another town, another city, another fortress, and they're all black, and the two are fighting, but it's only part one. So I was like, man, I got to find the rest of this. It was amazing. What a great story. Every time I see Edmund Hamilton books, they're always sci-fi. Like, I want the adventure stories. So maybe there's a collection of Edmund Hamilton adventure stories somewhere. Also in this issue, this is shortly after H.P. Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard died. I believe 6 months for Lovecraft and 2 for Robert E. Howard. And in the letters section, there's all of these sweet condolences in the back. Like, you know, just people expressing their sorrow that these wonderful writers had passed. And, you know, these aren't like world famous writers at this point. Only people from Weird Tales know who these guys are, but they knew that they were special back then. And it's a little heartbreaking. But it's beautiful at the same time. This is a great issue. I'm glad I got that one. And then the last pulp that I grabbed there was this Unknown. This is a 1939, also September. Oh, it's like the same month, huh? It says to Camp Cummings H. Wanderer. I don't know who that is. Cover art K.W. Scott. This is a British edition. I just like that. Unknown was Street and Smith's Unknown, I believe, is John W. Campbell was the person who put it together, the editor. And he created it to rival Weird Tales. Take them on. Get some of that Weird Tales money. So whenever you see an Unknown, it's kind of in the vein of Weird Tales. And that was the bookery. All right, next up, we got another box sent to us from our good friends. This one is from Tim, Secret Fire. My homies, my Eves buds coming through. Look at this. He always writes like a handwritten letter. He's got his own seal. Tim's got his own seal, people. If you're not following him now, you're missing out. Man cares about details. That just tells you right there how good his channel probably is. He has his own seal. All right, so we got another series. Let's throw this box down. We got another series here. Trailsman. They found all his family found all these trailsmen. Or was it a friend? I don't remember. But they grabbed them all. They were cheap. And he said, hey, you want some trailsmen? And I said, yes. Of course, I always say yes. By the way, if you go, hey, you want this? I'm like, before you even finish the sentence, yeah, I do. I do want it. So The Trailsman is written by John Messman. It's a adult Western series, Arrowhead Territory. And Tim said that he sent me, because he had even more. I think he had double. So he sent some to Brian over at Bad Taste, and then some to me. And he said he grabbed all the ones that were more Native American, because he knows that I like that. I like that better than just a straight old cowboy. This one is, I think this is what I'm going to start with right here. Shoshani Spirits. That sounds amazing. That looks really cool. Border Arrows. That one, yeah. I like that cover a lot. I like the blue. It looks darker than the rest of them, too. Maverick Maiden. Oh, that one looks a little scandalous. Is she in a bikini? What's going on there? Did they have bikinis in the Old West? Do you guys know? How did they go swimming? In their drawers? In their big floppy white drawers? Or they just went naked? Down at the pond. Leeches on your butt. I don't know. Renegade Commando. So many trailsmen. Scorpion Trail. I don't know if all of them were written by John Messman. I think he started the series. Tomahawk Justice. The Badge. What makes a person want to be a cop? The Poison Idea song. That was like, man, that's one of the best Poison Idea songs right there. The Badge. I think, who covered it? I think Pantera covered it for the Crow soundtrack. You have the Crow soundtrack. Pantera plays a song called The Badge. It's really by Poison Idea. KO a Kill. Yes, awesome. Thank you very much, Timbo. All right, up next, I got something that was on the want list that I've been wanting to find ever since I seen it in the Paperback Fanatic, and that is the Hang 10 series. We got the whole grip here, the whole grip of Hang 10. Operation Hang 10 is about a surfer spy, and they are apparently very sleazy and raunchy and inappropriate and sex-filled debauchery, but also violence. Cartwright, uptight, very uptight. He was thinking of Tina and the ungroovy things they did to her before they killed her. So, yeah, are these from the 60s? Oh yeah, 1969. Oh my God! So we got the hippie era, the summer of love, hang dead Hawaiian style. It's hard to read these backwards. Oh my God, this is my favorite. This is, I think, is this the first one? I don't know, but it has they break down who he is, right? So check it out. William Cartwright, background. 4 paternity suits, 3 breach of promise suits, no convictions so far, but give him time. They are bragging that this dude has 4 paternity suits. That just tells you what kind of fucking series this is gonna be. Oh my God. Gear, 1 blood red surfboard, a hot Dodge Hemi, lurking in a yellow Woody. Hold on, let's say that again. A hot Dodge Hemi lurking in a yellow Woody, pulling a matching trailer equipped with a computer smarter, maybe, than the whole Hawaiian police force combined. Hobbies: surfing, women, and whenever possible, poking a crooked finger in the hairy eyeball of the establishment. What the fuck does that mean? Poking a crooked finger. Why is his finger crooked? In the hairy eyeball? How could an eyeball be hairy? I don't know. God, this is beautiful. This is what we live for. Vocation: secret agent for the United States government. So there you go. Let's just take a quick look. I spent a lot of time on that background there. So, Beach Queen blowout. On her breast, a heart-shaped birthmark. Freaked out strangler. I love the 60s vernacular. They're thrown in here. Groovy, freaked out. Topless dancer hang up. Scarlet at Surf Makaha. Yeah, that's right. I said that one right. Anything that turns you on, baby. I think this is my favorite cover. The girl in the telltale bikini. That's beautiful. It looks like the statue in Rio de Janeiro, right? In Brazil. When word came to Agent Bill Cartwright that he's suspected of treason, he really blew his cool. How could he be responsible for the theft of secret Navy documents in Australia when he was lolling on the beach in Laguna? Within hours, he had winged his way across the ocean to nail the imposter, only to find himself on the run from a bikini-clad beach bunny who wanted him in her bed, a freaked-out guru who wanted him in his drug cult, and a deadly double who wanted him dead. So yeah, nothing Brazilian in there, so just ignore me. I don't think it's Rio de Janeiro anyway. Cute and deadly surf twins. Yeah, we don't even need crime or mystery or a spy thing. That's all you need. Cute and deadly surf twins. Deadly group down under. Oh, Australia, that's what's up. Ooh, it has Chinese communists in it. So yeah, very, very stoked on that. Up next, I made a stop at Bell Book and Comic, right around the corner from me. I was looking for books for Chris from Liminal Spaces. We did a trade, and I was looking, he has a list of dolls that he's missing for the first 100, and I couldn't find any, but I did find some cool stuff. Sent it to him, and he's sending me stuff. Which I got one box, and another one's coming, but we're going to wait till next month. This is already long enough. Alright, so while we were there, we might as well get some for ourselves, right? We got the Eternity Stone. This is like a sci-fi sword and sorcery. I guess what the kids call Sword and Planet. The kids being Tim. That's where I learned it from. Not that Tim's a kid or anything. He's an adult. Okay. Oh, yeah, so I like it because it says Sword and Sorcery right there on the... Where are we? There we go. Tower, Sword and Sorcery. I just like that. I like when they put the genre on the spine. You know it's going to be good. Because they're not trying to sell you. They're not like, this is literature. They're like, no, this is genre fiction. And here's the genre. Now get it. Aidan Foster Romine and Mary Cox Romine. It's like a couple or a sister's a brother or sister. Who knows? It's like the White Stripes writing Sword and Planet. I don't know. Look at this. I found the original. After Justin sent me the reissue, I found the original, The Light at the End. How crazy is that? This is a much coveted paperback from hell. Look at this shine. It's mesmerizing. It was only $5 too. Awesome. Still a honker. We'll read Justin's version. Go buy Justin's. Light at the End at fathompress.com. You can buy it now. It's not a pre-order. You can buy it right now. We got, what do we got here? The Mandrake Scream. Melisande March. Melisande March, The Mandrake Scream. Frightening, brilliant, a horror story that defies categorization. I would go ahead and call it a werewolf book. But I don't know. Who knows? I haven't read it. It looks cool. I like werewolves. How many times have I said cool so far? I bet 100. Here's one that my wife got. It's a vampire book. Nancy A. Collins, Sunglasses After Dark. Erotic dreams, blood-soaked nightmares. She said that this sucks. She said she's going to quit. She's read that far. She said there's lots of stupid shit like animals getting killed for no reason and children getting, and just... I guess what you would call extreme horror. She wanted a vampire story, not a stupid fucking extreme horror. I think extreme horror is stupid. I'm going to go on record saying that it's unnecessary and that why you got to have a story that has like, it's so basic. Just be like, look at how gross, how inappropriate I can be. Wow, that's so creative. How did anyone come up with that? It's garbage, and I know it's very popular. I've seen people stick up for it on Instagram, and it's so funny. Because you're just like, no, dude, it sucks. It sucks. That was my hot take. That was my hot take on extreme horror. And then just to show you that my opinion doesn't matter, here's Love Nest. Sleaze book. Love Nest. Let's take it out of this bag. This bag it's had it. It's seen its last day. Put a new bag on it. So yeah, I don't know anything about the Love Nest. Tony Calavano. Hey, I wrote a sleaze book, huh? God. Now you're insulting the Italians. First the Canadians, now the Italians. Love Nest. I don't know. You don't see them very often. It was only $10. All right, and last up, this video is super long. This is from Eric, from the Paperback Warrior. He sent me this. He sent me a picture, and he was like, hey, does your collection need Blade books? Because mine doesn't. So he's like, here, have my Blade books. And I was like, I would love your Blade books, sir. So I haven't read one. I have a couple, but I learned about it on the Paperback Warrior, so it was appropriate the Paperback Warrior sent it to me. Blade is a spy, I think a British spy, And there's some kind of time travel machine. And then he gets zapped back in time. Oh, look at that one. That cover is fabulous. And he arrives naked and, I don't know, he fights monsters and bangs ladies, I'm sure. It's supposed to be pretty inappropriate. Look at the artwork. He has weird proportions. I don't know who does this art. I think it really stands out, though. I like the green and yellow banner they do. Oh, here's a later one. Minus green and yellow banner. This looks like it was made to look like a Conan book. Let's get back to the... Nope, this is another one. These are the... Only because I brought it up. The Forests of Gilor. Yeah, they definitely tried to make it look like a Conan, some kind of Frazetta style book. The Dragons of Inglor. Here we go. Here's the. I like the original covers, and I like the original misproportioned. Look, he's naked as. Look at that. Look at his butt. Ice Dragon. I think that one. I think I would probably start with Ice Dragon. I was gonna start on them. When, not if. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe it'll be my favorite thing ever, and I'll need them all. Undying World. But yeah, I like this. It reminds me. I love whenever the publishers do something special for the series, so you can recognize it instantly. Kind of looks like it would be like an old video game, like Intellivision or Atari or something, like an old Atari cartridge. I wonder what's up with the artist. I've never seen any other art by him that I've noticed on books. That's a later one, where he's got proper proportions. I want the misproportioned blade. If I'm going to read a Blade book, he's going to be misproportioned. Like that. It kind of, you know what it reminds me of? Coincidentally, Altered Beast. Rise from your grave. Doesn't he look like the proportions from Altered Beast? Oh man, what a coinky dink. The Towers of Mendelon. It's backwards. I told you people it's hard to read. Look at him throwing that motherfucker. Great. And then he also sent me this. Over My Dead Body. This is a book about books. The Sensational Age of the American Paperback, 1945 to 1955. I love books about books. It's got pictures, full color. Man, I wish I would... I'm getting quite the collection of books about books, and it's just so hard to grab them over the fiction. You know, when it's time to read, I just choose the fiction books. Oh, we have that Amboy Deuce. But I need to because I love learning about the stuff, and it would make for better videos if I knew what I was talking about more. And that's it. This video's long enough. Turn it off.